What's up, guys? I thought I would drop some random video. It's been 1 year since my last video, and I will do a little bit of recap as I always do, what's been happening in my universe. I had to charge my mic, it died before I even started, and then I made myself a tea, of course, yerba mate, actually. Honestly, if my future boyfriend doesn't like tea, I will not be nice. Okay, let's do a little bit of a recap what's been happening. I traveled to some new locations last year, including Ibiza, Malta, Marbella, Greece. I'm a traveling dancer, so whenever I go, I do work nights, which is very exhausting. However, when I'm in a sunny place, the beach and the sun makes it so much better, so I am taking advantage of a working holiday every time. Next, I traveled to Barbados to attend pole dance camp for the first time with my friend. We had a blast training pole dance every day with amazing instructors. After that, me and my friend decided to do island hopping, so we went to St. Lucia, Guadeloupe Island, where we stopped for a little longer to work as dancers in the middle of a jungle. And finally, I got flown over to Bahamas to meet with my date at the time. The weather in November over there is not the best, very windy. Honestly, it's been a lot of traveling, so I was so happy to be back home for Christmas and take some rest. Being back home is the time for me to rest, recharge, take care of my body, my mind, my soul, self reflect, reorganize, and set myself a new financial and personal goals. It's been a while since I talked about our journey of self love and everything. Dating, how has it been? And what I've learned, because it's been a while. So I have learned a lot about myself. I have learned a lot about how different dating in 30s is in comparison to 20s. I kind of miss the way we were going about things. I don't miss my 20s. I'm happy in my 30s, um, just because how wise you became. But I do miss no expectations, following the crazy feelings for somebody you just accidentally meet. I miss that. However, I would not go back to my 20s, not in a million years, not without knowing what I know now, not without experiencing what I've experienced so far, not without choices I've made in life that built me now. That's who I am. Without that, I would be a different person. With every choice we make, we either unblock certain things in our heads because we push ourselves out of our comfort zone, and the one level unblocks in our head, and we see that things are possible. Like, we see that, oh, this is our current reality, and 2 weeks ago it wasn't reality, and we didn't even think it could be. Crazy shit happens in our heads based on the choices we make and based on the different paths we take in life. And I believe there are like a lot of them, and it's very encouraging and exciting to think that depending on what decision and what action and what step we take next, we have all those different paths in front of us. But however, it's very hard to see yourself doing things that are, to our mind, impossible in some way. So the way I work on myself is I visualize a lot. I visualize a lot about myself that I imagine in my fantasy world and would do, or I want to do. And that is a very powerful thing. Actually, you would be surprised what can happen just by visualizing. Things just come to you unexpectedly, and you might some certain opportunities might arise, and you would not even know. You I didn't even do anything. If you believe in positive energy and you cultivate that energy within yourself, the things match on frequency level easily. The question is what we have to do in order to jump those levels, those certain frequencies, in order to attract better things in our life. The good thing is, hopefully, when you look at your pattern and when you look at your experiences and your life, you see the improvement. So every next thing you do, every next person you meet in your life or you welcome into your life is an upgrade from what it was before. Hopefully that if you are stuck at one place, if you keep attracting same types, or talking about men, for example, or if you even jobs, if you keep attracting same type of jobs, so at a certain level and you have this feeling that you're stuck at a certain level, then you know that you are stuck at this frequency, you're stuck at this energy level, that there are some questions for you to answer and there's some work to do. Talking to myself as well. This is what I've been working on myself. This applies to money. This applies to everything. That's why it's the best thing. Today's video, I wanted to keep it short and just share with you some of my thoughts on that and how to look into your future being crazy excited, about things coming, and constantly working on your energy and on your frequency so that you will be attracting good things into your life. And if some challenge comes your way, you are able to get through it. Let me share with you actually the update on dating life, since it's such a hot topic. Everyone wants to know everybody's stories. I don't really like dating apps, to be honest, but I do use them. I have those moments that I maybe intuitively feel like, I'm gonna go on an app. I feel like matching with some people. Usually this is how it happens, through the app. And usually when I travel, I'm more up for some dates, for sure, since I'm in a new place. It's almost so much more fun. I would say every few months I would have that feeling of like, yeah, I'm in the flow, I'm in the good energy to go out there and connect with people, match, and see what happens. And usually when those moments happen, I do match with somebody and I do continue dating somebody for some time. I always give it a try if I feel like I want to. Maybe sometimes I don't want to, so I don't. And I'm very honest with people, and I just say like, it's not a good match. By the way, we don't ever have to really explain ourselves. I don't think so, to people if we are not interested anymore. Like, I don't think people are open enough to actually hear the truth. And unless someone asks for feedback, which never happens, it's either mutual because we both can see things are not working, we're not matching, we're not connecting, and we have a lot of already issues and a lot of unspoken arguments, which is a really real thing. Like, unspoken arguments. The best thing about us women is that we feel things and we already know things, and without any conversations, but we do want to get confirmation most of the time, and we do want to have all those conversations about things. But it's when I look back at my situation, I already knew, and I also know why. I know why. I learned to read people well, and I learned to pick up small things over the course of my experiences, and I analyze things with my girlfriends. We just have this ability to pinpoint every single thing to specific cause and effect and reason and the underlying possible problems or whatever it might be. We go really deep. And you know what? This is the best thing women do. I just love this about us, because after the analysis is done, we like, whew, we're done. On to the next one, because this one's been exhausted and we already know all the patterns and we already know where that thing comes from. Here is the rigid wall that is not gonna, you can't do anything with that. It's insane how well we can look at the situation from all the different perspectives. I am very grateful to have friends in my life that are also calling me out on things, and they're very objective, surprisingly, you know. But it all comes down to finding someone that is willing to just sit down 100 times with us. Both people sit down and talk. Be willing to face things, you know. Yeah, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it one more time and one more time and one more time. I'm always up for a conversation unless I'm done with the person, and I don't even want to have a conversation because I don't even want to be with that person. So that is okay. But if both people do want to continue together instead of checking themselves out, it's all about conversation. So we are very complex beings. What I really think about that is the fact that both people, they are not in love, and they don't actually have this deeper connections. Because if you do, there's nothing impossible. If a man really wants you, he will do anything. He is able to move mountains, and we are able to do anything for a person that we really want to be with. It always comes down to that. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Please don't forget to keep loving yourself. Keep exploring your sexy sides. Your sensuality is your biggest power, and no one can ever take this away from you.